okay, because there's always this problem where this app always forget where my camera is. So again, welcome today to today's live stream again. This is gonna be the last few times. We're gonna reduce the amount of live stream I'm gonna do weekly because of the new course. The new course is gonna come in 7 August, and of course, welcome Ellen, welcome to today's show. And if you're new here or if you're here before, do say hi in the chat box so that I know you guys are ready and up and loaded. Okay, so today we are talking about live stream in ease. I know live stream itself sounds a little bit daunting, and you had a lot of things that you need to think about, but then technically you don't have to worry too much because today I'm going to simplify that for you. Simplify in the sense that I'm just going to make it functional that people could actually understand, and you don't have to think too much when you're doing, but of course there is a process that I usually do. Okay, so welcome to today's episode. Okay, today it's what's the date today? Today is the 23rd of July, and today is a little bit interesting because the approach that I did pre-live, by the way, I actually did a sign-out sheet. Reason being is because I wanted to kind of know what everybody is struggling in terms of live stream, and that's why they are attending the course. But if you never happen to apply that sign-out sheet because you are already in my email list, which I already give you the link, do also share what is like your pain points, like what are you really struggling in when it comes in live stream, because I find some of the things that they share with me, or the people that actually sign up come in with very interesting answers. I just want to kind of share with you a little bit. So a few of the main thing that people are actually quite worried about is they don't know how to interact with their audience, which is perfect because I want to teach that today. Some actually want to go into LinkedIn live stream, which is another thing that is new. Actually, LinkedIn just started live streaming. I would say like LinkedIn Live. I think there's someone actually inquired that. If that's you, please do sound in the comments below. I'm not sure whether you're watching today. If not, or if you're watching on the rerun, please let me know also. Because if there's a lot of people that are asking for LinkedIn, there is very specific, because that's for the business side of things, like B2B, which is also possible if you're going to do live stream, because more and more people are actually taking up that. And there are people like never done before, or they want to communicate the energy and the instruction across clearly. And if you're one of them, or if you feel like this is one of the few things that you're worried about, please also do sound in the comments below to let me know that you are here, so that I could address that later on. Okay, so I just want to kind of flash the thing. So today we are talking about live streaming is because it doesn't have to be complicated. And of course, I want to explain before I go deep dive into the live stream part. You can why I do this Let's Get Creative Live every week is because I want to save you more time, save you more effort, and to create your own video marketing tool. There are a lot of elements in video marketing, and that is why I wanted to kind of do this live sharing. And of course, if possible, if you are part of the Video Marketing Academy, you could also learn directly from me, which I will directly share the course a little bit later on. Okay, so if you are an entrepreneur, solopreneur, trainer, coach, and you want to create your own video marketing tool, this is the channel for you to continue to learn, because I think this is a very I want to create this handy platform for people to kind of look forward to every single week. But because of the course, I have to split my bandwidth a little bit apart to make sure that I give full attention to like Ellen and Shirley, the rest of the students that actually wants to learn personally, because I want to make sure that this group of people actually take the value out of it and really make sure that their own video marketing can really fly. Okay, so before we start, I'm just going to go through the things that we are going to cover today. So our live stream today is going to cover these topics. So why you should actually live stream. I'll give you a few pointers why. And of course, the top tips of live stream, the top mistakes of live streams, how you can engage with your viewers, the basic setup and a little bit more of the elaborate setup, and I'll explain why you also need an elaborate setup if you are looking into long term for doing live streaming. And of course, the little bit of the course update for you in case you're not sure what I'm talking about. Okay, so, and what I need from you today, this is actually a workshop. This is not really a sharing session because I want to make sure that you get your workshop really like what I promised my students. I'll be showing this as like about 70% of what I'll be sharing in week 6 of the course. So you are literally looking at what the course will look like or how I usually conduct the course. Because I don't hide anything, I just make sure that I want to give the value. So what I need from you is your full attention today, about 1 hour and slightly above 1 hour, to try and also try to participate when I'm asking questions so that you could really gain the full benefit. Because if you don't really communicate back to me, it's very hard for me to understand what is the problem, and I could address it accordingly. And of course, in return, I will deliver as much value as I can within this 1 hour, and I will share all my secrets in live streaming for the past 3 months, 2.5, 3 months, and you will have a clearer picture of how you could host your own live stream. Because from the outside, it looks like there's a lot of complexity, like, oh, you might not get it, but actually it's quite straightforward if you have a process. Okay, let me see. Okay, so let's go to the next part. Okay, so I don't want to waste too much time. So why do you use live stream for your business? If you have any ideas why you should apply live stream, please let me know in the comments below again. Let me know how you feel about live streams, because I need to know what is your level at, so that I can better advise. So while you're thinking about that, let me flash my own set of beliefs. Here are the key reasons why you should do live stream. Okay, the first reason why you should do live stream is because you could grow your audience, and it allows your viewers to have a very unique point of view. Why do I say that? Is because I noticed, okay, based on my personal experience, as like a little bit of a mini story time. I've been doing since March, like right before lockdown. I already had plans to do it, so I've been researching how to do it. I noticed that I have the equipment, and I was telling myself, hey, why not try something that I always wanted to do, but or at least I wanted to try the education way, and live stream seems to be like the only way because of lockdown. And I was like, since everything is like since everything is like so unpredictable, why not having something that is more predictable every single week, that people could look forward to, people could learn instantaneously within an hour 15, and they can just straight away apply for a business. Because I'm already converting my clients from offline to online, and I want to apply that strategy, like all these strategies that I've been applying, to my current like you guys, so that you could also apply for your own business. It's really all-rounder, because video marketing it can be universal. It can be in different industries, B2C, B2B. It's just the content itself might be a little bit different as to compare to the industry, slightly different, and what are the things that could work and cannot work. I think it's good that we could have a little chat. And this is why I wanted to kind of share this thing. So I noticed when I'm doing this live stream, I actually got a new pool of people, like the trainers and the coaches. I noticed they are more attracted to such topics that could help them convert their students from offline to online, because I think they notice the gap where they cannot physically do face-to-face. And this group of people, these coaches and trainers, hardly uses my service because they are usually offliners, so they don't really see the benefit of doing, because since their strategy is already working. And that's where COVID strikes, and a lot of the people now is struggling to even have their face appear on people's screen, because this is how people see you face to face, which is this interaction that I'm looking for. And if you don't have this interaction, it's very hard for people to know that you exist, and that's where you become non-existent. And This group of people actually I happen to know them, and you guys are already in the stream. If not, you guys already know me beforehand. Even actually technically I never even meet you all face to face. It's actually mostly this, and of course like through voice message, direct message. But you see a point, right, where I could literally have a friendship or have a relationship with you guys based on live streams. And yeah, it increases your pool of people that you will never know that you will actually interact with, and this is something that is really interesting. So this bridges the gap of like growing your audience based on live streaming. Okay, the next point is it reduces costs. I understand that a lot of these trainers and coaches, you guys have a gap. You have to like find locations, and you know how to do all that renting, and you don't have to find a permanent location to kind of do your sessions and stuff. And I noticed that this gap, and you could actually save a lot of money. When I say a lot, it's like a lot because there's no overhead costs. You can literally have it at home, and you can just do what you need to do to kind of enhance your session. And now you can have like 50 or 100 students at one go instead of cramping based on a physical location. So that's definitely another point where you can actually save money and you can meet more people. But the tricky part is how could you engage all of them in one session, and that's where you need kind of additional help and if possible additional resources that could help them, which I will share in the elaborate setup, because only the elaborate setup has a better coverage, but of course having real human to communicate with you is definitely the best. Apologies for the phone call popping into my screen. Yeah, so there's another point. Okay, the next point. Okay, the last point is technically audience engagement. When I say audience engagement, this is the key point why you should definitely do live stream, because I find that this is the most unique way to make connections. This is the most unique way to create connections with your audience. If you notice, other mediums like pre-recorded video, photo, visual representation, the other things, they can't really interact. They don't really open up a second channel for your audience to speak back to you, apart from comments and likes, the small asks, the small favors. But with live stream, right, is directly very helpful for your audience to speak back and give instantaneous connection with your audience. And I emphasize engagement a lot on social media, because if you don't create this bridge, you'll notice you are unable to understand your audience. And this is why I keep asking the problem of pain points in different topics in video marketing. Because when I'm saying this, how to do, right, you could do it and you could have a problem. And I want to find out the problem. Even if you don't do it before, you should have something that in mind that spells issues. Unless you can one shot and you can do sui everything, then that would be good lah. But I think in this case, most of the people would have some resistance, and by speaking up in this resistance, you will be able to really understand and engage with your consumers. So I hope that 3 points. Actually, there's more than that, but then I felt like at least 3 is the one that I've learned since the first day of streaming until like now. This is the 12th or 13th session. So I did literally more than 15 live sessions. This is just for Let's Get Creative. I would lead live stream for weddings. I did live stream for other people, other clients, and it works. It really works. But of course, the number of people and the engagements is different, depending on the size of followers and stuff. But if you start live stream today, you could really see the result within like a few months. This is another thing, the top tip that I'm gonna share just nice, this part. Okay, so this is the next slide is actually the top tip of live stream. Very important, because the first one is always market it out. I can't emphasize enough of this. I noticed I also have this problem. I don't market enough, because technically this is not our full-time job, right? And you notice that when you are already focusing on your own business, you already have too much on your plate, and you might not be able to have enough time to market. This is where you should either make time for it to have a process, or you get additional help to cross market your live stream. And this is where getting host is important, because if you don't get a co-host or a guest, you will find out that you are juggling everything, and one person can only do that much, right? The bandwidth is only this much. So you notice that you always never market enough, like before the stream start. When I say market, it's not just like, hey guys, I'm doing this stream, blah blah blah, but it has to be copyrighted in a very strategic way. People must know, like, why should I watch your tutorials and why not I just Google live stream tutorials, blah blah blah, depending on your what kind of tutorial they're doing lah. You have to give people a main reason, like, is there a pain point, is there a struggle that people are having during a live stream? So I think that's why I have the sign up sheet and really understand what people are looking for. Some really just want to entertain and make sure that they can retain viewers. Some are like, oh, I never done before, so I really don't even know the process. I might be fearful, or maybe people just like hearsay, they want to do live stream, but then they're not confident. There's like this gap to them. There's resistance, and it's good that you know the reason and you market it out like that. So it's like, oh, do you want a live stream in ease? Like for me, is I want to make it more functional, so I just straight away say, do you want to live stream in ease? And not about like, oh, do you want to gain more followers and stuff. To me, is even kickstart live stream, like just start your live stream without having the headache, without spending time and effort to like end up then you are confused and you don't know what to say on screen. Yeah, a lot of people don't even know what to plan to say, which is a lot of issues there, and we need to iron things out like this. Okay. So always market your live streams, all your communities, all your channels, all your business groups, especially those that that would be interested. I mean, you have to kind of talk to your viewers to a certain point to know that, okay, they need certain like you might find that they need these kind of topics, because not all business group will resonate with you, and I know that only a few business group that will be interested. It could be like those like training courses that you are like trying to implement, people who want to find out more, that kind of thing. So you have to be very strategic in where you market, and you have to create posters through Canva, create a short mini video if you can. Not saying that you must. At the very least, you should do a poster, and inside the poster should be written like what will the people expect. So today, ours is very straightforward. It's the top tips, top mistakes, the setup, and of course like the nitty gritty of the setup, the basic and the elaborate setup. Yeah. So before you even start, you already know what I'm gonna do. Before you even come into this place, you already know what you're gonna expect. So you have to kind of like mini educate your viewers to let them balance whether is it worth their time. Because live stream is very funny, because people are reserving an X amount of time, and this is why I want to go. There's a fourth point that's inside this that I will kind of add in, because that's important. I noticed that it's actually important. Okay, I'll share a little bit later. Just gonna like hide it a little more. Okay, the next point is don't complicate your process. When I say don't complicate your process, it's like only in the capacity that you can handle. So there is a pre-planning, then there's planning, then there is the live stream itself, then there's the post live stream things that you should do. But today I'm just going through the live stream and the pre-live stream, a little bit of the pre-live stream because of time constraint. But this is the two main factors. The other two is like the things that you should do. I strongly recommend. Okay, so the process in this case is the live stream itself, right? You should have the equipment that you need, so it shouldn't be too complex. Basically, I will later talk about the basic, like the visual and the audio elements that is confirmed need. Then you should talk about like the topics that you want to do. Is there a structure to it? So if you imagine you are doing not just live stream, if you are writing a blog, you are doing a video, if you are doing an article, there should be like an intro, middle and end. And for me, how I write is in point forms, very similar to my pre-recorded tutorials. Like I teach you guys how you should record your videos. It should be in point forms. It should be easy to understand, and you must be able to elaborate the points without writing a whole essay about it, because this is your thing. And if you can't even understand what you are talking about, then what's the point of you sharing it with the people? Yeah, and this is where the point forms re-emphasize the importance of you be able to understand what you are able to share. Because if not, if you don't understand, I believe the viewers up now like don't even know what you're talking about. Yeah, so don't complicate stuff. Make sure that you have the point forms that you are ready to speak. Write that in like a Word doc. Just put it beside the phone or your whatever live streaming thing that you are doing. Then say it to the camera. Don't say it like, don't just read like that. Okay, my nose is slightly above my camera, so I should be talking to you on screen and not like on the notes, because my eyes won't be looking at you. Sometimes I'll just glimpse a bit and I'll just say, but when I'm talking, I make sure that I'm talking to the people that are watching, because you are not reading a script, so don't be a robot. So don't over complicate stuff, and of course spend a little more time if you want. Spend a little bit more if you want the ease and control. And why I say that is because it links it to the elaborate setup. Because I noticed that live stream, yes, you can do for free. Everybody want to save costs, right? Everybody want to save the overhead costs, the monthly subscription and stuff. But you lose the control, you lose the ease of use. And I noticed that the moment you spend a little bit more money, like maybe for this program that I'm using, it's called eCam. I will share the links if you are interested. I'll also share later on the QR code. There has 14 days trial though, by the way. So if you are a Mac user, please take note of that. I pay for every month $14 for the live stream program. I pay for the music, like the music like this kind. Like this kind of music, is all licensed music. So if you are posting on Facebook or something, you'll notice that Facebook will strike you down if you use non-licensed music or popular music, because this is to protect the music licensing lah. So you have to make sure that you don't use other people's property lah, because this is to ensure that you don't get struck down. So I don't want you to plan you so jialat, then when you put non-licensed music, then it got struck down. This is all your days of work wasted. So this is why I spent a little bit more money to make sure that the live stream experience is more thorough. Because when I see other people's live stream, I was like, hey, it's not very complete, and I always feel like there's something missing. And I wanted to kind of make sure that you guys also understand why spend a little bit more time to create this ecosystem is much better, and you can speed up your learning curve, because if you don't spend, then you will always have this friction in the process. And when you're in friction, then you will feel unmotivated to do, because you'll be overwhelmed with processors and like all the clicks. There's so many clicks to just do one effect. And I know you guys want the effect. I know you guys want like the experience. Is like, wow, okay, so you can do this, you can do that. But then when there's too many steps, you just you just don't feel like doing. And end up you are just busy focusing on the technical part, but then you're not engaging, then you're not showing the visuals, then end up the more important elements are gone. So I always emphasize to spend a little bit more. It might sound like, wow, like live stream why so expensive one, but it's not. If you plan to do, to me, because I'm thinking I'm doing 4 times a week, right? So I'm dividing by 4. Actually, one stream is just like $253. And the music is about another 50 cents. So it's actually worth it. And seeing you guys transform makes the amount much, much more worth it. And this is why I also do the course, because I know that if I do the course and is more effective, like it makes the process more worth it for me, because I'm spending a lot of hours doing this. And I hope you guys are enjoying what you guys are seeing. Yeah, because I don't want to be like the rest of the herd where they just show a lot of PowerPoint slide, but then they don't really talk to you. They're just reading out of notes, which I find that a bit not, no point lah in that sense. So you just, these are the main 3 tips. You can screenshot it, or if you want, you can write notes about it. I feel like these 3 can really, really help you if you do these 3 all the time. If you can do this all the time, then it actually makes the whole learning curve much, much faster than what you expect lah. Okay, so Let me go back to the slides. Okay, so this is the fun fact that I want to share with you. Did you know that people are impatient creatures? And to make sure that you have to make sure that your live stream is less than an hour, or if you are a solo streamer, when I say less than an hour, it could be like 45 minutes or 15 minutes. But I did a live poll on this issue, and there are people actually feedback and told me that other people's live stream are actually too long. And when I asked like, oh, so what is long? And they say when they say it's long, right? They are talking about more than an hour, and that is the resistance point. In fact, they suggest to some of the people actually suggest to make it into like 30 minutes to 40 minutes, and I think that's a great idea. I noticed the shorter amount of time where people could commit to you, they can actually be more looking forward to the next session because they don't have to cater an hour, and because everybody has lost so much patience, it's actually best that we could craft it within 40 minutes or 45 minutes. This is most ideal. Yeah, but so that's why I always name my session as workshop, because workshop takes longer and you can slow down the pace. I'm not sure whether I'm speaking too fast. If I am, I'm apologizing because I'm fitting into the 1 hour spectrum. And this is why I split between sharing session and the academic courses, because the academic courses is really where I can deep dive with you without spending too much effort to speed up, because I notice I speed up, some people might not catch up, and I apologize for that. And that's why I want to split too, so that I can take my time with the students that really want to pay attention to my content. Okay, so this is one important thing. So make sure that you reduce your live stream to about 45 minutes. I think 45 minutes is the sweet spot. People don't have to spend too much time and they can just leave when they need to, and you won't lose your audience lah. Okay, so we come to the top mistakes. The top mistakes are, the first one, you have to know that live stream is a commitment. If you can commit an X amount of time, please stick to the designated period that you are trying to focus. So if you are a weekly live streamer, please make sure that you appear every week. Please make sure that you're consistent. Even the timing must be consistent. Like to me, or at least to us, our live stream is 10 to 11 Thursday, every Thursday. It's fixed. Or unless I have something on, like I'll preempt you guys that I will be shifting the thing to another timing, but it's still the same day. So make sure that you at least appear quite consistently lah. You don't like one day Tuesday, then the other day Friday, then happy, then missing 2 weeks, then another third week. So make sure that you are always consistent. I think there's a lot of people that they try 1 or 2 times, then they just like, there's not a lot of viewers, I'm not gonna do. But to me, I told myself, as long as there's one person that's watching, I will continue to serve until that I cannot serve, like until my bandwidth is used up. Because I'm obligated. I create this obligation is because I want to show up every single week to you guys that I really want to help you guys. I don't do this for fun. I'm doing this sharing for free. I'm not even getting a single dime. And it's not profitable for me in the long run anyway. But I felt like if I can be able to create a business in video marketing and survived, I hope that I could apply the same theory to you guys, so that you guys could also stay afloat during this period. Because I know there's a lot of people struggling, and I don't wish these people to suffer. And I would really, really appreciate if you could share this live stream that people that in need, not just because of the topic, but for the people that could see subsequent live streams. Yeah, because there's only that much Chong can stretch, right? And I already created this channel of this course to really help people, so that I want to create some bandwidth left to have lesser chance to do live stream, but then I would still want to appear to people's life. So I'll explain like what I'm gonna do after that, like what is gonna be the plan for this weekly live stream. Okay, so must be consistent. Don't treat it as like happy and the result only come in when, in fact, my own belief, right, or my own result, right, it took me exactly about 8 weeks 8 weeks of consistent live stream, 9 weeks to get people to start noticing. And they, when I say noticing, it's not like they join the stream. They just happen to see like, hey, Yan Chong seems to appear every week in, week out, week in, week out. And they talk to me, they direct message me. I know a few of you guys came from Janine. Janine actually approached me and like, hey, we are doing this live sharing session. I hope you could train the trainers and see what else you could share. And it's my pleasure. It's really my pleasure. And this is how I happen to know Ellen. And how I know Shirley was also through the live stream. I happened to DM her when she wants to join the academy. I was like, hey, just hop on. I believe we could share, or at least I could share the valuable information that I have with you guys. And now they are attending every single week, which is interesting because I do this for them. I do this for future viewers that wants to learn. And it's interesting to see people improving every single day, every single week through these live streams. And it really motivates all of us as a community. So that's why I always prompt, question, always ask question. Don't wait until you got a problem, then you ask. When you already stuck in something in video marketing or live streaming, straight away ask. I can straight away answer if I can. So the next point. Okay, the next point is not engaging. This one, I don't know how to say. Don't know how to say how many times. This is so important. Like what I say, because the technical thing is very overwhelming, right? And you don't know how to do. Then you are just so focused on the technical, like how could I get a stable stream, that kind of thing. But of course, you have to make sure that you have the most standard stuff. Like your stream is already stable, you have good internet connection, acceptable internet connection. Make sure that the place is bright enough. All this, we can talk about the basic setup later. Make sure that you are always engaging every single viewer, assuming like it's a face-to-face session. So imagine someone is sitting there and you're just talking. You're just giving facts. But then you are, if you're just giving facts, then you are not engaging. And if you're not questioning the people that are watching, they might fall asleep. So it's like, hey, tell me your response. Give me a like button on give me a like in the stream. I want to see like in the stream. I want to see you guys commenting. Like maybe I ask, okay, so what is the one thing that you learned until now? What is the best point that I gave? Please put in the comment section below. And I mean it. If you have learned something up until now, please give me in the comments below so that I know that you guys are listening. So always engage like this. Always ask question. Always try to do that. And I'll also go through how to engage with your audience later on. But I do want to see what you guys picked up the most in this particular part. Like right now, what is the most thing that is like give you a eureka moment? It's like, oh, okay, so this is like that. It's actually like that. Yeah, I want to know how you guys are feeling. Yeah. So the last point is actually reading scripts. Very, very bad habit from a lot of people. They like to write a long chunk of script right behind the camera, which is dangerous because no one read the script like that. If I'm gonna do this, like if I'm gonna read what I'm reading right now, right, like from this fun fact is the next point. Of course you're gonna see it like frankly speaking, if I'm gonna speak like that, it's just gonna be super boring and it's just gonna waste everybody's time. So what I strongly recommend is you write in point form. Make sure that you understand your points clearly before you come into any like so-called conclusion or and this is why, let me flash out the screen again. Don't ever robot script with no emotions. If you are robot scripting it, right, then please make sure that it's at least easy to understand and make sure your points are sharp. Don't write one whole grandmother story just to say one point. Okay, which brings me to the next point. Tips on engaging your viewers. Okay, if you notice right at the left hand side of the screen, right, you notice that there's a lot of water bottles and stuff. It's because I like to use Canva and with a lot of themes. They have a lot of interesting themes. This theme today is about recycling, so there's a lot of all these funny bottles and like item 5, 1, 2, 3 kind of thing. Yeah. So anyway, apart from this, tips on engaging your viewers. This is very important because this is always being forgotten. Like when you are doing the stream, then suddenly everything all come in, then you suddenly like lost track, like become a lost deer. I want to kind of share. The first one is actually ask questions. So I always force my viewers to answer questions. You might find me annoying that I keep prompting stuff, but I think it's really helpful if you could answer the questions that have been labeled, because I think this creates this organic approach rather than me keep giving. I don't like to keep giving if there's no response. So I always like for my viewers to really give feedbacks. Yeah, you see, like even Alan just write on the I also can know, like, good point, understand before you speak. Because if you don't understand, if you're just gonna Google and just like copy paste, then like I notice people learn better if I have good case studies, or in fact I use my own experience. Like I live stream for 12 to 13 sessions. I'm sharing what I have learned. I wrote what my learning points are on LinkedIn. If you don't know, I have LinkedIn. I wrote my learning experience, and people actually liked it. People actually like all these learning experiences, and I'm literally sharing what I've learned along 13 weeks, and I think it's really handy for people that don't even done it before, so that you can avoid all these mistakes that I've done. I can tell you mine is not the perfect stream yet. I still have a lot of things to learn, and of course because of time constraint, I'm learning as I go. No one is perfect, and I believe your first stream is confirmed shitty, that's for sure, but don't let it give you a reason to stop trying. Okay, so the next point is acknowledge your viewers by name. Like, so you notice that I always like to talk to people, because okay, unless their comments or their name that is appear are weird names like maybe is Siu Mai 12345, then of course you have no choice, right? You just get to say Siu Mai 12345 by name because that's their name by nature, right? And like for Alan's case, I could just say, hey Alan, hey, Shirley's case, I'll just say, hey Shirley. Yeah, and if you acknowledge them, right, then they'll feel like, hey, I'm actually talking to them, I'm actually talking to the viewers. So that's why the only way that I know that you guys actually are in my class or in this workshop is by commenting. I won't know who is in the stream right now, because this is not a Zoom call, this is a live stream. So like right now when I see there's only Alan that's commenting, so I only know Alan is here. Then the other two that's watching, I think there's only 2 or 3 people that are watching. If you don't comment, then I wouldn't know who you are. And that's where the engagement will kind of fall a little bit below average, because as a presenter, we are trying to show as much engagement as I can. So if you can address the person by name, that is the best. At least when people come in and say good morning and say hi, and notice when at the very start I say introduce yourself and say hi. Yeah, this will encourage people. You create more platform. You open a second channel for people to feedback to you. I always purposely create feedbacks for people so that people could be more comfortable sharing. Because if out of nowhere I tell you guys to just say something, you'll be like, oh okay, why suddenly Yan Chong asked me all these things? But every now and then I'll subtly put stuff for you to kind of give feedback so that you could really be very comfortable, because this space is really a two-way street. I don't see myself as a person that keeps sharing. I usually like to have a conversation with you guys. Any questions that you can prompt, then we can all learn as a community. I always say this week in, week out, because I truly believe in that. And the last point is to use easy to reply instructions to do. So because live stream, there's only a few functions that you can use as a reply mechanism. So the first thing will be comments. Second thing will be likes, reactions. If it's Facebook, on YouTube it's always like and comment, or subscribe. So that's where you prompt your viewers to make an effort to kind of talk to you, like to show that your viewers actually understand what you guys are requesting. So make sure that you fully use all the functions of that particular platform. I think Facebook has a better share. Why I want to do on YouTube, you guys also know, because of quality issues. I don't believe in Facebook, and I feel that YouTube more of the hardcore fans. I would say not say hardcore fans, like people that really wants to learn. And Facebook is just like a see and hear say kind of thing lah. And morning CJ. Yup, I know you too, Alan and CJ, always here. So I really appreciate you guys for joining. I really appreciate you guys spend your morning every Thursday morning 10 to 11 with me, because I think this is really good that I can see the community start to grow, and I really, really appreciate it. And for the people that can't join, or at least now watching in the rerun, I want to say hi to you too, because I know I don't want to miss out on the people that actually never come during this period. Okay, so always tell your audience to have an easy to reply. So my good friend or my business friend, Hui Fang, right? She is doing the outreach, because she's doing the health and wellness thing, right? So what her way of doing is very interesting. She will ask people to like, oh, okay, if you have been working for 12 hours a day on the computer, in front of the computer screen, please reply 111111. Then it's very easy, because you just press in the comment period, just press 111111. Then you'll know that it works. Then for me, it's like, okay, if you are having trouble doing live stream during this period, please give me a like. Then when I see a like, I know that, okay, at least you guys are listening, and you guys know that know what kind of question that I'm asking, and at least I know as a presenter, I know, okay, there are people actually struggling, and that's why you guys are joining the stream. And that's why I always ask, like, is there any pain points that you guys are facing? You can write in the comments below. I think writing is harder. It must be easier to do. That's why I say I give you a like, so that at least it's easy. It's just a press of a button. As to compare to comment, you have to think, then you must type. I think a lot of people lazy to think, right? Still early in the morning, haven't get your cup of coffee yet, so a bit sian to think. So that's why I try to make the reply as easy as possible for people to follow. If you can't even follow that, then a bit hard for your viewers to also follow lah. Okay, then this comes the 80-20 rule. This interesting observation that I have for the past 13 weeks, and I noticed this is one of the things that I learned. Hard lesson, I tell you. It's super hard lesson. But before that, I want to shameless plug again. Do you know I have an email list? Oh, I see advertisement. Then need to put music also. This email list, if you don't know, for people that watch the rerun and don't know, I have email list is for you to apply if you want a free marketing guide. This is where I do video marketing with my clients, and the strategies are all there. The basic setup is all there. How we do, what are the types of videos that you could apply for your own business is all there. And this is the QR code to scan. So if you still don't know, you could have weekly nuggets from me. I believe people that actually sign up for my email list, you have been receiving my emails for a while. And if you are not, it could be because my emails have gone to your spam or your junk. So make sure that you drag it to your primary email to make sure that you at least receive the email promptly. Yeah, because I have received feedback that they didn't receive the email, even though people are receiving it. So make sure that I'm not in your junk, so that you could get the information accordingly lah. Yeah, because I've noticed that the open rates are lower than expected, and I noticed it could be because of junk mail. Because even I test mail sent to my own, they even say like, oh, it could be suspected spam. So make sure that I'm unlisted by there, so that you can do it properly. Yeah. So I hope that works for you. And end of the shameless plug. Back to the topic. So 80-20 rule. Yep, CJ, you got it. Yeah, I feel that this 80-20 rule applies even on live stream, which I find it very interesting, because initially I noticed 80-20 from another thing, but now it actually applies on the rule that I see. 80% of the people will actually watch with little or no engagement, so they will just watch until you prompt. 20% of people will be like your super fans. I call them super fans lah, or super academy fans, because they'll be super involved. So like you guys lah, CJ and Ellen, you guys are the most sell on one, which I love it. And if you two or you three could actually share this stream right now to your friends that would need this live stream help, please do help. It does help the reach a lot more, because I really want to help more people, and it's very nice to see everybody is trying to kind of engage. So I would really need your help to share right now while I'm sharing this 80-20 rule. So I always try to convert this 80 to my 20 lah, as much as I can. So it's normal to have this type of behavior. I want to list this 80-20 rule right now is because I don't want you to feel demoralized when there is very little engagement. It's very normal. I've asked other live streamers before. They give me the same feedback also. They're like, hey, yeah, Singaporeans are always like that. You know why? I think the main reason why, right, is because they are paiseh. They are very shy, and they're scared to ask stupid questions. And I want to make sure that upfront right now, I'm telling all three of you or whoever that's watching in future streams, there is no stupid questions in Q&A. There's always good questions to be asked. Maybe you just don't know what kind of questions to ask. Because I truly believe any problems that people face are real issues. What's the point of you asking a very smart question, but then people cannot benefit, right? So I always force people to ask questions, because that's where real conversation starts. And you don't have to be shy that people will judge, because this space is very safe. No one is judging. Just make sure that you get the benefit out of it. You ask, if you notice you ask more, you learn faster. Because what I face might not be what you're facing. And that's a fact. Because I have the video equipment and stuff already. So a lot of technical things might not be complicated to me, but it might be complicated to you. So I want you to go and figure out what is the problem so that I could diagnose the real solution for you. Okay, next. Okay, now the most favorite part, the how to set up, the basic and the elaborate. Before that, I just want to kind of say, let's see, the main point of why I'm doing this particular how to set up the basic and elaborate, right? The key pointers here, I just want to make sure that everybody's on the same page before we go on further, is I'm going for functionality and the ease of use, not the aesthetics. We are not trying to win a pageant here. We're not here to win who has the best background. We're not here to show like who has the best audio. We are not here to make sure that people are entertained, because we're not entertainers. We are just here to educate. So it must be functional, it must be loud and clear, it must be visually acceptable. Yeah, so I hope that makes us clear before we go to the basic setup. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we are focusing on the visuals and the audio elements. It has to be done in that way because this is the most functional. We are going for the, as long as the boat can float, we can already. Okay, it's a very difficult. Okay. Alan asked a very good question. It's very difficult to get them to ask questions, even face-to-face scenarios. Yeah, because Singaporeans are really, really paiseh type, which is very normal. This is why we have to create this environment that people can ask questions. Because I noticed that if you keep creating this environment for people to ask, or even give feedback, or even give comments like this, like right now, you guys are doing great. You're doing such a great job. They, after a while, it will take time. It will take at least about 1 month, 2 months to notice that, hey, actually, Yen Chong's stream can actually give comment. Yen Chong's stream can actually ask question after like maybe 6 times, 7 times. And when you guys are doing this, right, people will watch the stream in future or right now could actually feel like, hey, actually, yeah, can write comments, because even Alan and CJ are writing comments. It motivates other people also. So it's like a chain effect, It's like a ripple effect. Once you start this, if you give permission to let people start commenting, slowly, very slowly but surely, people start asking questions, which I love it. But you have to be consistent. You have to consistent do the live stream, you have to do the homework, you have to do presentation, then you have to keep doing this. Keep psychoing people, or like kind of like train their brain to slowly get used to them commenting. Good comment, bad comment also can. Bad comment also is still better than no comment, right? I rather have bad comment tell you, hey, something is wrong in your stream. Actually, this is the wrong point. You have said that. Yeah, I'm totally welcome. This is the open thing. There's not wrong. There's no like best answer. It's just good or bad answer. So yeah, I hope that is clear. Okay, the basic checklist that you need is actually very easy. You'll be like, Yan Chong, are you sure or not? Like, how do you even do it? Like, but it is like that. I want to simplify because I don't want to let you have a reason to say like, oh, I don't know how to do and stuff. Yeah, so the basic setup is actually your phone or your laptop or your computer, your camera, your webcam basically. Then you need one whiteboard, or if there's any paper or anything for display. Then the last one is microphone, wireless or wired solution. I will kind of break down the process right now. As for camera, is very standard so basically your phone or your laptop, that one is standardized. So there's no program. It's just basically going to Facebook, you do your live. If you are using YouTube, right, you can only use computer. The mobile one, you need 1,000 subscribers to even use a mobile live. So I would say the best platform you to start is actually Facebook, because the community is already there. Then you can actually start using on your personal page. So okay, so you use that. So that settles for your visual. Of course, I always do in the daytime because you have free light, even though I've installed a light here, but it's very soft. It's not the super imba kind. If you are doing at night, please make sure that you have lights. If you don't know what light to use, please sign up for my email list. Again, I want to get your own the list that I've provided. I'm not gonna repeat again lah, because I believe I've been giving every single week, and if you don't apply, then you won't know what is it. So I believe you guys already done it. So okay, this is the email list. I'm going to take it away now. Yeah, so that is that. Okay, then the next thing is actually the display board. When I say display board, right, basically is the things that I'm flashing right now lah. All these are implant in the program, so that's why I can flash it straight away. But if you don't have, or you want to do basic setup, you could write it on a whiteboard or something to flash it out. So when I say it's like sometimes you don't want to explain too much, you want to kind of show, I rather you can just write on a whiteboard, and maybe put a whiteboard at this side. Then you can just write something. I noticed that it actually works. It's like teacher lah. So you just write like that. Then you can just explain and that actually works better if you have something to see, like a visual element to it. So if you are doing training, then you need certain like posture that you want to kind of follow. You could have like a diagram. Even an iPad works. iPad you swipe, then you can hold. Or another phone, like for me, if I want to show, like I'll just show like, okay, so this you're supposed to do like that. I'm trying to simplify the process. I'm not trying to add the software element inside, because in order to make it easier and straight away, I rather use two phones. So one phone you can do as a slide, then the other one you can just talk, and you have something to just hold. You can put a stand here, then you can just swipe and just say it. Then easy. I don't want you to complicate stuff so you can do an approach like that. Then the last one is a microphone. Don't waste, don't like scheme on this. Don't try to save money. The most basic one you can do is just a earpiece. Just a earpiece from your phone. Always plug it with your earpiece and talk like that. It might look not the most aesthetic, like having this to block my face. It's not the most aesthetic, but actually it sounds much clearer, right? And when I'm doing education, I want to make sure it's clear. And I understand there's a lot of trainers here that you might not be able to hold the microphone like that back and forth, right? This is a gap, and this is why I do the wireless one. When I say wireless one, it might be a little bit steep. I'm trying to share right now. Okay, so the wireless one, right? The best one by far I've seen is this. It's slightly more pricey, but I feel like across the board is worth the price tag, because you can literally go a lot of the places and you can just stream and walk. Yeah, and it's very light. It's just like 2 square pieces. Mine is like at the back of my room, so I can't take it now, but as you can see, it's super light. You can clip it to your phone. With the right wires, you will be able to just hook it behind your phone. Then you can just start streaming. And I'm not saying that you must buy. I'm just saying that this is just one of the recommendation for doing a stream. Wow, my sound become very dark. I think this is the one of good advantage if you are using a proper camera. You can change the brightness. Yeah. So that is the wireless solution. But if you can, one way I noticed that people do Zoom call or Zoom live, right? There's one way you could do it. I find it very interesting. They use 2 phones. So basically, another phone is more expensive lah. That's why I use the Rode wireless, because it's much easier. You can use one phone. Okay, the first phone is just the camera. So you put from a far distance that if you want to do like you need a space, right? For trainers, you want a space. Then the other phone is to have another your own another phone as another entry to your Zoom call. You link it and to your earpiece, the one that I talk about, wired earpiece. Then you activate the audio for the phone that is linked to you. Then you switch off the audio from the camera from afar. Then that's where you have very good audio and you have another view, a full view. So that works in a budget way lah. But that only works in Zoom call. It could also work actually in Zoom call only, because that's where you can invite people to go into the stream. So I'm thinking in a more logical way lah. So Zoom call, that is one way to do Zoom live. Because Zoom live can use it as Facebook you can transfer. Yeah, but now you have 2 platforms, so even more confusing. So that's one way. If you are doing for classes, you can do a wider one camera put from afar. Next one is linked to your earpiece, another phone, go into on the audio, don't on the video, because you're going to put in your pocket. So you're going to use that. So that's one way. Yeah, if not, there are actually other ways. This is the most straightforward way. If you want to do the... Wow, suddenly so bright again. Okay, let me change the brightness. Okay. So, okay, that is one way. So, wireless, please go to the Rode Wireless Go. Let me write inside the comments so you can Rode Wireless Go. It's about 250, 260. It's worth the money. It's really worth for every single dime. Then the wireless, if you want to use wired one, you can do the solution that I provided. So I hope that is clear cut. If you're still not very sure, please let me know after the stream. I would love to share more. Yeah, because of time constraint. Okay, so why elaborate setup? Like what I say, the ease and the control part would really shoot up, and the overall experience will also be improved. But as you get more expensive, where you have more and more tools, you notice that the returns are very, very low. So I'm just gonna share with you the sweet spot, the exact sweet spot that you should actually apply. Yeah, okay, so this is like the bonus thing lah, if you have a laptop, a more elaborate setup is through laptop, because laptop have a more stable connection with a camera, or computer with a camera. Then you have your software. Oh, okay, Alan asked a question, let me see. Instead of Zoom, can we use YouTube Live? Is it better? YouTube Live quality is good, but I understand if you are training and you need the space, you might not be able to hook the audio well enough. That's why I say the wireless approach, if you want to use YouTube Live, is better. But YouTube Live cannot use mobile. YouTube Live can only use computer. So I'm not sure, unless you have a laptop. So it really depends on your situation. In this case, if you have a laptop, then good lah. You can just place it at your home. But then your audio will be compromised, because if you don't have the Rode Wireless Go, you don't have a wireless option. You only have wired. And unless you keep going back and forth, because YouTube Live you can only have one participant, which is you lah. So okay, imagine this YouTube Live, and if I don't have this mic, I'll be shouting to the computer, which is very soft. Yeah, so I only scared that you have this problem. You might not have clear audio, because I know you guys are trading and you need the space. Yeah, so if you want to use YouTube Live, can. Because Zoom quality is a little bit shitty. It's not the best quality, but it's functional. So again, I'm going for functional. I'm not going for aesthetics. If you are going for YouTube Live, it has to be a wired solution, unless you have the Rode Wireless Go. That is another thing that you need to learn. That's a more technical aspect. So I hope that explains. Yeah, so this is the elaborate setup. You have the software. I'm giving you this. You can scan the QR code. If you are using Mac, because this software is super good, whatever you see right now, the flashes, the visual, the music, the sound effect, wow, or the bruh, all these are from there. All these effects that can be applied. Even the intro that you have seen, like just now, when yeah, you see, these are the things that you can apply, or if you're using the software lah. So this software is 14 days. You can have a try if you're using a Mac, or for Windows you can use StreamYard. When I say StreamYard, I personally use it once. I think it's quite good, because StreamYard, if you can do Zoom, you can actually StreamYard to Facebook. So it's like you do in Zoom is a closed door event, right? But you can stream it to Facebook. It's free. I think you have to pay something to activate it or something. So I will check again, but StreamYard is by far the most economical solution that you can get if you are using Windows, which I know a lot of people are using Windows. I would recommend to use Mac lah, because it's more stable. Again, microphone, please don't save money on it. I'm just telling you the most affordable for wireless. If you notice, most of the wireless things are more expensive. Like Bluetooth headset, you notice is more expensive than the wired ones. Same for production, or at least for live stream. The wired ones are a lot cheaper. So this mic that I'm using is about $80. The wireless is $250. So there's about a double or triple the price lah. But you get what you get lah. You have the freedom to walk around the room without getting limited. And I'm trying to save as much cost as I can. And this is why the money is usually paid for audio and visual, nothing else already. Don't have to decorate the house or this. Just make sure that it's functional, it's clear, and it fits your requirement. If this is going to be a long-term goal, I think it's a good investment, because you can walk around and you can still talk to your students, and you don't have to worry about whether you need to shout or the distance issue lah. So I'm just putting it into consideration. Then of course the licensed music that I use, this is the 1 month free. You can have a try. I always emphasize on licensed music. You might say like, oh yeah, why must spend money on music? I mean, it's a free commodity, right? But a lot of people don't know that actually we are actually tapping on music that is copyrighted, and it's just like stealing people's stuff and paste it and use it as your own. It's not very nice lah. And as a creator myself, I truly believe in respecting people's work, and this is why I only use paid licensed music, because I respect the craft so much. I try to make sure that that you can still able to have. There's like a whole platter of licensed music in Epidemic Sound, so I'm giving the QR codes for that. Possibly share the slide with things required in our. What is GC? sorry, what's a bit lost. Sorry, what's GC? Okay, then I wait for you to share first. I think I can share the slide if you want. I'll definitely share the slide if you need. Yeah. Let me go back to the slide. Yep. So this is the things that you need, and if you still need the slide, let me know. I'll share it personally. Yeah. So these are elaborate setup. I'm just trying to make it function as much as I can. Okay, so but actually there's more. For live stream, there's like prep of live stream, repurpose of live stream. Like, after the live stream, I actually repurpose all these clips as like bite-sized footages, and of course the how I prep, what are the topics that how the structure that I did. They are all inside, but I can't share because of the 1 hour limit, and this is just the 70% mark of what I will share in the week 6 of the course. So I believe. Oh, can. Yep, it's in the group chat. So okay, GC group chat. Sorry, I'm a bit old school. I don't use the short acronym. Yeah, I will share in the group chat. No worries. Yeah, so there's actually more in this live stream stuff, but I can't share because of time limitation, and I always set 1 hour. This is where I'm gonna cover in the 6 weeks course lah. I don't want to share everything because you guys are already paid, or most of you guys are watching, they're already paid for the course. I'm not gonna share additional details that could benefit the rest that they already paid. I have to be fair to the rest that already paid. Okay, so why this course? Because they'll be going more in-depth and more slower pace. I won't have this time limit. It will become 2 hours for each session, so it's much easier for people to digest. There's no more second guessing, no more spending time and effort to do the wrong solution, trying out. You might be doing the correct solution, but you're doing it wrongly, you don't even know. Then I don't want you to have this second guessing, and no more burnout, because it will lead to burnout if you keep getting demotivated. And again, like what live stream is, it will demotivate you if you're not consistent, and it only will give value if you put enough effort. It must be the right effort. Yeah. So this is why it's important. And who is this course for? Again, I reiterate to people that don't know about this course. It is the Video Academy course. It's my first pilot project, and I'm trying to look out for people that have zero online presence, tried online marketing or online video marketing or any content marketing, but have no results. They use the ad money, they don't even know what they're using the ad money for. They have no results also. Creating tons of online content with no purpose, no strategy. Then no one watches and engages. Then you also see and don't know how to create any online content, but know it's important for their business. So they are students like that actually wants to do, but then don't know what to put. I think Pat asked this question. Like, she don't know the content that she is trying to do, but she knows it's important. So actually, this is where the discovery calls, the personal coaching and the group coaching comes in. And burnout, as usual, burnout. And okay, so this is what's in the course. I'm not gonna bombard with all this stuff because the students already know what is it. Every student that come in will know this is gonna be a 6 weeks course. It's gonna be the core, the plan, the understand hands-on digital marketing. I'll be going through. I actually hire copywriter to share about the copywriting part and a bit of the digital marketing part, because I only know that much. And in order to let people know the full thing about digital marketing, I actually hire someone, so I actually paid for it. So whatever you are paying me right now, I'm paying them to kind of share more lah. And of course, the video presentation week 6 is the live stream. There I'll be sharing more. Yeah. So the value itself. Oh, on a previous stream, I apologize for that. The previous stream, I didn't manage to share that it was a paid. It has to be a paid course because it's so in depth, and I feel so bad for people that actually sign up then knowing that it has to be paid. They end up they have to leave the group because I think they didn't know, so they thought it was free. But I can't because in order to be more fair and to give the real value, I actually gave this pilot project a try lah. So it's $180. Yeah. So but this is the first pilot project. The subsequent batch is $380 because I'm actually topping up for the speaker. So actually not enough. But then that's why I had to increase the next batch. So this batch is actually $180 to make sure that it's affordable and people could to hop the bandwagon lah. And of course, the do the work for a refund policy. I truly believe that if you do the work, you will get results. But if you really done it and you have nothing returned, right? I can return you the money 100%, no questions asked. Just make sure that you show the proof that you have done the work. Yeah. Then of course, this is the 2 slots left. I have people that sign up but haven't get back to me and stuff. So until now, I only have 2. Upcoming should be 3 students that will be on board. I will be giving 2 slots in this particular sharing session and also next week's sharing session. I'm not sure whether the people that sign up actually know they need to pay, so now they are dangling. So I want to re-emphasize that this is not a course. This is a whole holistic approach. It's a community, it's a coaching, and it's a course, all blend together, 6 weeks, and you can sign up in this QR code. Yeah. And yep, this is the QR code, and my sign up start at 30th because the course start at 7th August. And for people that sign up, right, please make sure that you apply the appointment with me to do the personal coaching, because I want to know about your situation first before I can go to the first week of class to make sure that we are on the same page, because I don't want to go in to just share information. I want to make sure that I share the relevant information to you guys. Okay. Then of course the updates on the Let's Get Creative live show. Okay, this is the last few slides, I promise. We are trying to find co-host or guest speaker. If you have any person in mind that could value add in terms of marketing itself, topic that could help you guys, please let me know the person's contact or share with me the details in the comments below or email me. Let me know what is their contact, and I would love to talk to them and see how best we can add value to the show lah. So this is important because I feel like, again, getting a guest actually value adds to everyone that's watching. And of course, the news alert. Let's Get Creative Live after next week will be bi-monthly instead of a weekly show, because by then the class will gonna start, and I want to make sure that I prepare the materials in order for me to start promptly. And I hope you guys could be prepared for it lah. And let me know what to cover next week. Subsequent weeks. And of course, is there any pain points for me to cover that you guys are actually suffering? I want to hear your thoughts. Make sure that you guys really tell me so that I can craft accordingly. So after next week, right, that I'll be sharing with Fitness SG again on this topic again. I will stop for a week before resuming the subsequent bi-monthly to make sure that I have enough prep time for the actual course. So a bit sad that I had to reduce the number of chance because of work commitment, but I will still stay in the live stream. So I hope you guys that are watching right now could understand. Yeah, so this marks actually the end of the episode. I didn't want to overwhelm too much on the details. And please share with me in the comments below what are the things that you have learned. I really love what you guys have learned thus far, like the strongest point. Let's see, Alan, you said something about what? China model of Kima fund from China. Not sure if it's good. As good as I write tomorrow, I'll use it and let you know. I'll keep in contact. Oh, okay, sure. Okay, yeah. Let us know what is the result of it lah. Yeah. It's good that we all share the information. If you are in the video marketing group, please also share inside, Alan, so that people could learn from there. Because I think most of the more common viewers are from there. Yeah, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I kept it short and sweet. make sure that the course information is up, and of course the future direction of this live stream. And if you have any questions, any pain points, any issue, please feel free to comment in this live stream, or just direct message me, just give me a voice message. I would love to have a conversation with you. And this marks the end of today's live stream. Okay, bye.